Okay, so if you've ever bought a course or watched a video from one of these numerous marketing agency gurus, then you got to check out this video. I got to spill some beans. Why do I know? Because one, I grew my own marketing agency to $7 million. dollars. I've helped dozens get to 6 and 7. I've even gotten 2 to 8 figures, and I currently advertise for 9 and 10 figure brands. And guess what? A lot of these marketing gurus are in my personal circle. I'm not going to say I'm friends with a lot of them, because there's some shady stuff that goes on, which is what I'm going to share with you in this video. But the main thing, really, the reason why I made this video is because transparently, I work one-on-one with a lot of marketing agencies. And the one thing that they mainly complain about is the fact that most of these agency programs ran by these agency gurus involve some sort of a group coaching environment where you just get thrown a bunch of tactics and strategies. And I can attest to this because back in the day, that's exactly what happened to me. And I would always get these either bait and switch tactics that everyone was using, the same landing page, same ads, and then if my ads weren't working, I was told we'll duplicate it or raise the ad spend or try this instead, and I was never given a reason why. And that's the biggest issue with all of these things. I'm not against accelerators and masterminds and courses. I really am not. But the thing that I am against, which is the crux of this video, is when these agency gurus just give you a bunch of tactics and strategies like I was given as well, but I was never told why. So that I could stand up on my own 2 little feet and actually recreate the result, even if one of these tactics happened to go well. Why did it go well? I don't know. So when it fatigues and it dies, I don't know what the hell to do. And that's a problem. That's a problem, especially when we are claiming to be marketing experts, when we are claiming that we are pros at getting leads for our clients and helping them turn them into sales. When the truth is that we're just taking cookie cutter, copy paste, burnt out, overused ads that everyone in the marketplace is using, and then we wonder why prospects on the phone are saying, yeah, well, this is no different than Bob or Billy that are doing the same thing. You just happen to be more expensive, so I'm going to go with the cheapest guy. Well, Mr. Prospect, how valuable would it be for you if click? Like, doesn't matter what kind of objection handle you do, you don't stand out. You are the same. And that's a reality that I had to face when I was in a lot of these gurus programs, that I was literally the same. So, how did I get out of that trap? Well, firstly, here's some tactical things that you could do right now. Start reading. Start actually exploring and learning more about what the origins of this space even are. A marketing agency is ultimately the monetization of an art known as direct response. Okay, direct response is the ability to run a paid promotion and foster a immediate conversion, whether that's a click or whether that's a view, whether that's a phone call, whether that's an add to cart, whether that's a scheduled call. It's to foster an immediate conversion, okay? And there's a certain degree of principles and persuasion that goes into fostering that conversion, like you can use in your ad copy or like you can use in your creative. But there's a lot of great authors on this, right? There's Cloud Hopkins, there's Eugene Schwartz, there's Michael Masterson, there's Dan Kennedy. There's so many out there, and their books are available. I mean, I'm not promoting piracy, but you could download them. You don't have to pay for them. You could go watch videos on them. So why not do that and actually learn about marketing from, I wouldn't say the source, right? There's a lot of them out there that have said a lot of great stuff, but if you look at the modern day gurus, whoever they are, I mean, heck, you could even look at me. I'm not saying that I'm like all that, but even my YouTube videos, the information that I'm sharing right now, it's not brand new. I'm just putting my own flavor on it. You see this, my face, my accent, my mannerisms, my way of explaining it, the analogies that I have. That's the only different. The veneer that I have on it is different, the wrapping, but the core message is the same. So you don't need to fork out these big paid in fulls and these massive fees to be in these groups just to get information that they ultimately took and repackaged. Now, am I saying you should take all your time and just self-study? No, I think mentorship is very, very valuable. I think one-on-one mentorship is the most valuable, right? Especially in those earlier stages where you are maybe a little bit more dependent, or even if you have gotten into the rhythm of running your own ads and getting some results, but you may need a little bit of collaboration and partnership. It's great to have that kind of a relationship with someone until you are fully functional. But never be fully dependent, right? Never be fully dependent on someone else. Learn your own stuff. And I think it is after I learned those fundamentals that things really started picking up for me. I mean, I was able to not just pack my own calendar with booked calls, I was able to pack the calendar of 2 other sales reps and then hire on an appointment setter for those sales reps while I completely removed myself from advertising so I could not advertising, the actual sales calls, where I was able to focus full time on the actual marketing side. And that is the side that I enjoyed the most, right? Being a business owner, we have to wear so many hats in marketing agency. There's the marketing, the sales, and the fulfillment. Then there's the operations of it all, and it can be a little bit tiring. So, I mean, the highest leverage thing ultimately for me is the marketing, right? It's the absolute front end. And then when I started digging deeper into it and like really refining and grinding my methodology down, and especially after moving on from my first marketing agency and getting into business with some of these bigger agencies and clients, when I started realizing, man, the approach of being able to come up with new novel ideas and having an angle that's just different but it lands can just keep printing over and over again appointments and leads and sales without having to turn these ads off and on and doing all this like crappy, like low level marketing stuff. Okay? And how I've been able to do that is by creating something that I like to call the infinite ad loop. It comes down to 3 components. I'm not going to bore you with those details right now, but you can learn more about it in my school community, where I actually hold free weekly calls where I'll put a 10-minute timer on for each and every one of the participants, and I will look at your ads, tell you what I think is wrong with them, how they could be better, and then give you an action plan for free. So if you want to join that school community, just tap the link in the description or the first comment. I'll see you over there, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more.